Hello, I'm Julia, and in this video I'm going to try and explain a little bit about my string quartet number 6. And in the spirit of full disclosure, I will tell you now that I wrote this when I had a migraine, and I think you can tell. I think it's a little bit of an assault on the senses. But anyway, it's built on these 16-bar repeating blocks, which each contain the same material but in a slightly different form each time. Each repeat contains this series of sharp chords. There are lots of clashes, lots of places where the parts collide with each other, but also a few moments of relief where they do fit together, which seems to me a little bit like the experience of having a migraine or a bad headache, when you get these occasional moments where it subsides for a little while and you think maybe it's getting better, but then it comes back to hit you. So in each block, the tonality basically moves down by a minor third, and there are 5 repeats, so this means that eventually we end up back where we started, because there are 4 minor thirds that make up an octave, so that means that the 5th one you end up in the same key as the beginning. The parts swap around each time, and they're varied to change the texture and the feel of the music. The opening is very abrupt. But then from A it gets a bit smoother with these interjecting quaver phrases which give us a bit of relief. At B, the parts are offset against each other, and initially we have these very short bursts. But these give way in the second half of the phrase to longer, overlapping legato notes. At C, we really reach the climax of the piece. It's much louder and a much fuller sound at this point, but it doesn't last for long. It gradually dies away towards D. And at D, the texture changes very much. Everything becomes very quiet, very subdued. We have this mixture of tremolo and pizzicato, and this really is the fading away. Going back to the idea of the headache, hopefully this is where it subsides and where we eventually fade away and return to some peace. So I hope that explains it a little bit more. It wasn't really meant to be autobiographical, but there seems to be a fair bit of that in there. But I hope that explains it.